The girl that I marry will have to be as pink and as soft as a nursery. You know, somehow I just can't picture comparing Betty Hutton to a nursery.
Oh, I don't know. You just never have heard the noise that can come out of a nursery. Besides, I think songwriters are entitled to a little poetic license. Arthur Freed, the producer of Annie Get Your Gun, as well as many musical hits, including On the Town and Easter Parade, will vouch for that. Won't you, Arthur?
I'll be glad to.
Ladies and gentlemen, Arthur Freed.
Of course, I don't know if I'm exactly what you'd call an authority, Louis.
Well, I don't know what you're worried about, Arthur. As one of the nation's outstanding writers of songs, you've accounted for Wedding of the Painted Doll, You Were Meant for Me, I Cried for You, Singing in the Rain.
Singing in the rain? Well, I was singing that just the other day in the shower.
I hope it wasn't the first time.
Oh, no, I've been taking showers for years.
What about Pagan Love Song? You wrote that back in the 20s, didn't you, Arthur?
Yes, I was writing with Herb Brown then. Those were the days when to write a song, the songwriter would take his inspiration from some romantic, faraway place. Now they just walk into a kitchen and come up with rag mop.
Oh, and you see, you songwriters have kitchens now. I can remember when people used to think in order to write a song, why, you had to live in a garret and starve to death.
Yeah, I tried that once. I went up in the attic and went hungry for 2 days to write a love song.
How'd it turn out?
Hungriest love song you ever heard.
Well, don't give up so easy, Betty. Try again. There's always room for one more good love song.
Yes, and if it's half as good as Irving Berlin's They Say It's Wonderful, they'll make room for it.
Well, I'll push the furniture back for that one right now if you'll do the honors, Miss Hutton.
You don't have to coax me, Mr. Wynn. That falling in love is wonderful. It's wonderful. So they say. And with the moon up above, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. So they tell me. I can't recall who said it. I know I never read it. I only know they tell me that love is grand. And the thing that's known as romance is wonderful.
Beautiful, Betty. Beautiful.
Yes, you know, I think it's really amazing when you stop to think of it. A little girl from the backwoods who could neither read nor write became the toast of 2 continents. And all because she could handle a squirrel gun.
Oh, yes, Annie could hit a bullseye riding a motorcycle or bouncing on top of a stagecoach. She could even shoot an apple off a man's head.
How did she do it?
Well, I'll be glad to show you how she did it if you'll put an apple on top of your head. I'll shoot it off and you'll never know it.
Now, wait a minute. What if you miss?
You'll never know that either.
Well, thanks. I'll take your word for it. But if you really want to demonstrate something, I understand Annie was quite a gal with a kiss, too.
Thanks. I'll take your word for that.
Annie's right. Every man who ever saw Annie fell in love with her. Even though in those days girls were brought up to believe that if you wanted to win a man, you had to be gentle, ladylike, and never be a roughneck.
Yep. It took Annie to prove if you're rough, they'll neck.